Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Kristen Martin. I'm an Amazon bestselling author of over 10 books, a content creator, a Halloween fanatic, and a new mom. I make creative lifestyle videos with an emphasis on writing, productivity, and routines, so if that's your vibe too, make sure to subscribe to my channel. With autumn, aka writing season, upon us, today we're going to talk about how to set up your writing schedule and goals in a way that works for you instead of against you. First, we'll establish a base schedule if you are someone who has an hour or more a day to write, and then we'll move into more of a minimalist schedule if you only have about 15 to 20 minutes a day to write. And then last, we're going to talk about a hybrid schedule if, like me, you don't really know what the day is going to hold and it's a toss-up whether you're going to get an hour to write, 15 minutes to write, or no time at all. Hashtag mob life. So let's go ahead and establish our base schedule first if you are someone who pretty consistently has an hour or more a day to write. The first thing you're going to do is define your big picture goal. So an example of this could be, I want to complete my 80,000 word first draft of my novel in 6 months. Then what you're going to do is break that goal into smaller, more measurable milestones. So if your first draft target is 80,000 words, and the timeline is 6 months, that's approximately 26 weeks, that would mean your weekly goal is 3,100 words. So you're aiming to write 3,100 words a week. Break it down even more into a daily goal. Say you want to write 5 days a week. That would be 620 words per day, give or take. Now that you know you need to write 620 words per day, you need to choose a schedule that fits your lifestyle. So this could be writing Monday through Friday in the morning from 6:30 to 8 a.m., which is uninterrupted time before you go to work. Or maybe it's in the afternoon while the babies are napping or the kids are at school. Maybe it's at night when everyone is asleep and the house is quiet. Choose a time that works best for you. So along with that writing schedule, I also like to have a catch-up or brainstorming session, and this is usually only something that takes about an hour, and I like to do this on Sundays. So on Sunday afternoons, I will take about 1 hour to review my progress, to see what I did well the previous week, what I could do better, what I want to bring into the next week, as well as to review the scenes that I'm going to write and my outline. So I'm going to put up on the screen an example of a weekly plan, this base schedule that we talked about, and just run through it really quickly so you can see what it looks like. So on the left, we have the days listed out, Monday through Sunday, except for Saturday because Saturday we're taking a break. Then we have the time slot. Monday through Friday, we're writing from 6:30 to 8 a.m. or whatever time frame fits your schedule. And then on Sunday, we have the time slot from 2 to 3 p.m. because this is going to be us reviewing and outlining. Next, we have our target word count, which we decided was 620 words a day. And then we have an area for the focus. So most likely if you're drafting your book for the first time, you'll be writing a new scene, but perhaps before moving on to the next scene, there is some dialogue revision you want to do. I always recommend implementing a reward system for hitting your weekly target. So whether this is just treating yourself to a coffee or to a new book, it's a way to keep yourself motivated to keep writing. And if you want to, you can even have bigger rewards for bigger milestones. So every 10,000 words you hit, you can reward yourself. So you could have tiers for your reward system. So let's talk about a more minimalist schedule if you only have 15 minutes a day to write. So just like we did before, we are going to start with our big picture goal. So let's use the example of an 80,000 word draft in 6 months. Now you may need to be a bit flexible with the timing or decrease the total word count for this draft if you only have 15 minutes a day. And that's just because it's going to take a little bit longer because you don't have as much time to give to writing in your days, and that's perfectly fine. So maybe instead of the 80,000 word draft, we can break that down even smaller to say, okay, this month over this 30-day period, I want to write 10,000 words of this draft. And that would mean you would have to write approximately 330 words per day. So I know personally for me, my typing speed, I can bust out 330 words in a 15 to 20 minute sprint, sometimes more than that if it's a good writing day. But you may need to adjust this accordingly depending on how quickly you type. Then you're going to pick your time slot, and this is where habit stacking can really come in handy. So pick your 15 minutes. Maybe it's while you're having your morning coffee or after morning coffee, or when the kids are eating lunch or they're at school or it's nap time. Just pick a time that works best for you and try to schedule it in to the same time each day, so that way you know, okay, this is my 15 minutes to write. That way you're more likely to do it. So I'm going to put up on the screen a weekly flow example for this more minimalist writing schedule, and let's go ahead and talk through it. So on the left, we have the days of the week listed, Monday through Sunday. We see here Monday through Friday, we have 7 o'clock to 7:15. That is the 15-minute writing sprint. On Saturday and Sunday, because it is the weekend, the timing is flexible. We move over to the next column, our target word count, 330 words. And then same as before, we have our focus. So maybe you're just going to write a new paragraph or a new scene, or you're going to continue a scene or do a dialogue pass, or maybe you're going to do some editing and refining of a scene. Even with the minimalist schedule, I would still use Sundays as your review day to review your progress and your outline and kind of plan out the next scenes that you're going to write. 2 quick tips when you're doing writing sprints: make sure to put your phone on Do Not Disturb so that way you don't get distracted or interrupted. And you can also pick up a handy little timer as well. I got this one off of Amazon. I also recommend having a reward system for this minimalist writing schedule, but instead of doing it per word count, maybe do it per every 7-day streak or every 5-day streak. You reward yourself to a new notebook or a new book or a coffee, a special snack, or just some kind of small outing to motivate you to keep writing. So lastly, we're going to talk about a mix of these 2 writing schedules, which is more of a hybrid schedule. And this is for you if you have no idea what the day is going to hold, or if you have little ones and you just don't know what's going to happen. You don't know what the schedule is going to look like, and you're really just trying to fit writing in where you can. Let's talk about the hybrid schedule. So we're going to keep that word count target from the minimalist schedule, the 330 words, but we're going to aim for daily micro sessions of writing for continuity, and then one deep dive, like one larger session in the week. And usually for me, this is on the weekends when my husband is home, and that way there's someone to watch the kids and entertain the kids, where I can come into the office and just do a longer writing session and really get some words onto the page. So let's go ahead and look at this weekly flow example. I'll go ahead and put it up on the screen. So as we did before, we have the days listed. We have Monday through Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. For Monday through Friday, we have the time, 15 to 20 minutes each. So those are those writing sprints. Our target, 330 words a day. And then we also have our focus, continue from yesterday's scene, write a new chapter, or a key plot scene. Then on Saturday, instead of taking a break, maybe this is a time where you can spend 1 to 2 hours writing a larger word count, like 1,500 words or 2,000 words, and you can focus on a brand new chapter or a key plot scene. If you need to break this larger writing session up, like maybe do 1 hour of 1,000 words on Saturday and 1 hour, 1,000 words on Sunday, you can totally do that as well. And also on Sunday, I would recommend having this be your review day, where you're reviewing your progress as well as your outlines. You can lightly edit and plan out the next week of writing. A quick hack for this hybrid schedule is to always stop mid-scene in your writing, which I know if you are type A, it's like you just want to finish the scene, you want to finish the chapter and start with a new chapter. But I promise you, if you stop mid-scene, it will make it so much easier to pick up on that scene in your next writing session, because you can just read a little bit of what you wrote before, and you can also have some little notes underneath that to tell you what you want to write next, and just get to writing. Do your quick 15-minute writing sprint and you're done. For the hybrid writing schedule, I would also recommend having a reward system. However you want to set that up is up to you, whether it's by word count or your writing streak, how many days in a row you've written, or maybe it's just the fact that you sat down for an hour or 2 on Saturday and you were able to write. So maybe you're going to reward yourself every time you're able to sit down and have one of those longer writing sessions. But again, it doesn't have to be anything huge. It doesn't have to be a major purchase or anything like that. Just something that is going to keep you motivated and keep you wanting to write. So that is going to conclude today's video on how to set up your writing schedule and goals. I really hope that you enjoyed it. Make sure to hit that like button, comment, and subscribe to see more of my content, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye.